What's up everyone, welcome back to another week's video. Apparently last week's video on knot tying was not that well received, but I think they're useful and important, so I'm going to do them anyway. Apparently I've been rambling a bit in these introductions, so I'm going to try and keep this one brief and succinct. This video should not be viewed as a replacement for whitewater safety rescue and training. You should absolutely do some of that on your own time and do continued practice as much as possible. This is not the only way to tie the knot we're going to be tying today, which is the bowline. There's other ways to do it, there's other ways you might find easier, but this is the way I like to do it and the way I find most easy. I use this knot most often when I'm like quickly lowering my boat down, maybe at a put-in or something like that. If you're unfamiliar with it, this is the knot which has a rhyme attached to it, which can be useful or can be useless. I'm going to run you through how I tie it. Like I said, there's other ways to tie it, so keep that in mind. So when I mostly use it, I'm going to be lowering my boat down to somebody. All I'm going to do is slide the rope through the handle. So I've got the end and I've got the standing part here. I'm going to make a loop just like that. I'm going to go from underneath through the loop, around this guy, and then back down through the loop and tie it off. And that's a bowline. Sometimes associated to this knot is the little bit of the rhyme for how you remember. You make the loop, which is meant to be the rabbit hole, and then the rabbit comes out of its hole, goes around the tree, and then goes back down the rabbit hole, and then tightens that off. So an important thing with this one, I used to get this wrong all the time, but when you make that twist, and you start coming up through the hole, make sure you're coming up, and then the one you go around is the one which is underneath on that crossover. So a mistake I used to make all the time was just getting chewed up on which of those two to go around. This knot's really good while it's under tension, it's really strong, but once it gets unloaded and then reloaded, it can work itself free. So it's usually best to tie this knot with a bit of excess so that you can tie a stopper knot in the end of it. And then to tie your stopper knot, all you're going to do is take your running end of the rope, go around your thumb twice, and then up through there, away from the knot, and that gets you a nice little tie off, easy peasy. And then if this does come unloaded, once it comes like unweighted or whatever, it's not going to work itself free. So yeah, that's the bowline. Recommend tying a stopper knot because that's super useful, really good for lowering your boat down, and yeah, hopefully that kind of is an easier way to tie things off and break down that stupid like rabbit thing, whatever. Okay, hopefully this has been a succinct and not too rambly video. I will see you next week. Peace.